started yet. There we go.
Oh my god, we're live!
Oh my god!
Okay, I'm gonna post
I had to
on
start.
Instagram, give people some time to join.
Hi, welcome to the stream.
Oh my god, it's
Welcome.
Becky
More
in
of
the
that.
roller coaster there.
Alright, where are we streaming, guys?
Hey, you're not Kermit. Get out of here.
No.
Okay, no more Kermit. Otherwise, we're gonna get copyrighted.
We can only do the beginning and end. You barely sound like Kermit.
Oh,
You're doing me horrible.
Stop it.
Otherwise, we're gonna
All
right.
Okay, so
Instagram. We're not starting
pull
it.
up this YouTube chat.
Yeah, pull up the chat and talk to people. You know.
Alright, let's go.
Say
no one's
one
in the
if you
chat
hear
right
me.
now. Oh, Ice is here. Hi. I actually have something to update people on this week.
Wait,
We're
is
not
that
having any
YouTube?
guests on.
Is it YouTube?
Yeah, we can't.
So it's on YouTube, right?
Yeah.
Alright, let me minimize
Oh
that
my
real
god,
quick.
Ryan.
So it's on YouTube.
Roses are
Roses are red accelerators down when you ask to eat vegetables. I frown. Honorable mention, Ryan Roller Coaster in the chat. How are you doing, sir?
Let's see.
I can't do it.
No,
Alright.
you can't do it for...
Amusement.
I'm going to
Tony
mute
Barbecue.
stream.
Oh, there's not really any. We've already
See.
gone over that in an Instagram post.
You can't make Kermit's voice for Becky's battery life.
Hi. Hi, guys.
Stop it.
Make sure you hit the like button, okay? Otherwise,
Hi, guys.
oh yeah, maybe British Boy should introduce himself. He's our British admin.
Hello, I am British Boy, aka Charlie, and I am the new British branch for Amusement Insiders. So, hi there.
Yay!
You guys are very lucky because I almost burped super loud right there.
Great way to start the stream, eh?
Right?
That would have been great if as soon as we gone live, I just let one go.
No, let's not.
Okay, I tried.
This just in, Amusement Insiders has been shut down.
April
Because of burp.
Fools. Because of a burp.
Hey, April Fool's is
Alright,
yesterday. Get with the time frame.
Watching.
We're gonna start soon. We're just waiting a second.
Now it says 10. Wonderful.
April
Oh,
Fools.
Discord, what the heck?
Is the tunnel going to have a roof or will it be open up top?
We will go over that at the end of the stream.
Hmm?
These are our weekly updates
Yeah.
for all things.
And we got a big week this week, I think, haven't we?
Yeah, we got big things. Canada's Wonderland. We got big things everywhere. Got great footage today that I didn't post on purpose to include at the end of this stream. But yeah, I guess we'll get started.
Yeah?
All right,
Yeah.
so our first topic is the Disappointment of United. Railblazer.
Isn't that the same picture from last week?
Yeah, it is.
Wow.
Wow, well done.
Shots fired. Shots fired. It's okay. It's okay.
Well done, Brendan.
The content is great.
Well done, Brendan.
I'm sorry, but that was amazing.
Beautiful. Actually,
When we get off
back
this
on
stream
topic,
blast, I
guys.
swear to God, we are going to go in a private chat and I'm going to ream you out. I'm joking.
Oh, really now?
Alright, so we probably should get started with talking about Railblazer. Go ahead, Brendan.
Yeah, we need to go quick because this is a big update. So basically with Railblazer, we've heard that testing is probably going to start in May or April, and the rumor is it should be open sometime in May, which is typical for Cedar Fair. So technically, it isn't behind because Cedar Fair does always open their roller coasters in May, like their new attraction. Too much new to add to this, so I don't know if you guys want to say something on this or.
Opening day.
yeah, it's looking pretty good. I like the these single rail coasters. They are looking quite interesting. I'd like to see whether Cedar Fair or Six Flags are looking to install more of these in the future.
Right?
Oh,
They
for
look
sure.
so fast.
There doesn't even need to be this layout
Yeah.
either. Oh my god.
Look at Wonder Woman. That thing flies, and obviously this is a mirror image of Wonder Woman. So we assume that this is also going to. Yeah, we also are assuming that this is going to fly as well. And I agree with Charlie, I think we, and everyone, I think we are definitely going to see more of these in the future.
For
There
sure.
have been rumors about it going to Dorney Park in 2019, although that park has a couple of rumors, but that's for another topic. We definitely are. I think we are definitely going to see more of these in the future, just because of how popular they are and how compact they are. They don't really take up too much land for a park to fit one of these in, and it's a high throw ride. Those turns, the airtime, the inversions. It's
Yeah.
We've all seen the footage of Wonder Woman testing, and that looks absolutely insane.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah.
Anyways, I'm gonna be right back.
All right, we'll go to the next one.
Oh boy.
Fill me in a second. I'll be right back.
Okay.
I had to include this clip because honestly, this element for some reason has me like scared of the ride, and I ride rides. I'm not scared. This has me scared. I'm trying to remember what we're talking about with Steel Vengeance.
Is it the clip?
The whether it's sped up or slowed down and all that.
Yep.
I don't really have anything to add on it. My opinion. I don't think the clips were sped up. I think
for sure.
if they were sped up slightly, this ride's going to haul regardless. I don't think there's any issues, and I think it's going to be fantastic. And I can't say if it's going to be the number one coaster in the world, but I do think it is a contender for being one of the best coasters in the world.
Yeah.
Yes.
When you've got rides like say like Expedition G4, you've got other rides across the world to compete with. It's going to be quite hard for Steel Avengers to stand up, but I still do think that Steve will hold up against many of the more major coasters around the world.
Oh, for sure.
I think a lot of people are like, oh, it's going to have pacing issues, this, that, and the other. However, we can't really say that since, the ride isn't open. And people are like, oh, well, we can base it off of history or POVs or, footage that we've seen as it. But, footage or POVs don't do justice until you've actually ridden it. So, I mean, we can't really say anything. If you did want to, look at it from views or opinions or like what you see, as long as the mid-course doesn't do anything, which, the park has said that they're only going to use it for block break purposes, as long as the mid-course isn't turned on in the sense of it doesn't slow you down, then the ride's going to be fine. We saw that one clip when it goes into that first inversion, and people are like, oh, well, it's slower than the animation and this, that, and the other. You have to take into consideration weather. It's not 80 degrees out, where faster, it's like 40, 50 degree weather. So of course the coaster is going to run slower. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we can't fully judge, the pacing on it until we actually physically can sit in the car and ride it.
Just to slide in here, you look at Wickerman and what's the one at Kings Island?
Mystic Timbers.
So many wood coasters lately. They both a lot of hate before those coasters opened. Both coasters were deemed family coasters, boring, not that intense.
Exactly.
And then look at the reviews they got once they opened, right?
Yeah, Wickerman got incredible reviews. That thing, apparently, it's overshooting its brake on because it's so fast.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Coming out of Britain from that coaster.
Right.
I'm yet to ride it, but I'm hoping to ride it this year and see if it hauls myself. If it does haul, it'll probably become my number one.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying it's their number one, aren't they? Which is pretty, like, apparently it's up there with Nemesis at Alton Towers.
Right.
Oh boy, this thing.
Look at this
I hadn't seen this until recently. I didn't even know this was being built to sound like a GP right now. It looks insane.
Yeah.
This ride is a clone of Takabisha at Fuji-Q Highland, I think.
Yep.
That's the park. Correct me if I'm wrong. But this is an exact clone of the ride. Going to American Dream, which was said to open in 2019. Some people are believing that it will open later, but we can't really know until it's 2019 or 2020. But on screen, that's construction of the coaster. Charlie.
Yeah, and you can probably see from these pictures that actually they've already topped off the ride, which is quite impressive at this point, because we wouldn't think that this ride would get topped off this early, but of course they may have to top it off early in order to build the rest of the structure. But
Exactly.
I am quite intrigued to see how this one turns out. If it's going to turn out better than Takabisha, then so be it. But with that spinning coaster offering some incredible near misses, you never know.
Right. I think
Battle of the coasters.
Right.
Battle of the Clones.
I think that be a factor, like the near misses. There are people who really enjoy near misses, and Takabisha won't have as many near misses as this American Takabisha clone. Of course, because of course you got the spinning coaster, which looks to have a pretty awesome layout, and that ride goes in and out of the in between and Takabisha clone. So I think if you're really welcome back. If you really
welcome back. Sorry about that.
If you really like near misses, then you are going to enjoy this coaster more than Takabisha just because of the near misses.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
It goes into the roof. So wait, what did I miss?
A lot. Ish.
Oh god.
Miss Steve.
I mean, I left right as you started the Steel Vengeance thing, and I got back here, so I don't know what was in between.
Yeah, the mall looks epic too, from what Ice is saying.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Looking brilliant.
What?
Oh.
Vekoma merge? Vekoma.
Oh, hello. I haven't seen this.
Huge news.
Yeah, just as Vekoma was starting to introduce some awesome rides, and I have a theory here. They've been bought out by S&S due to financial troubles. My theory is Vekoma, yes, definitely stepped up the game, and it would have probably survived in the long scheme of things, but it was too late. Everyone's buying B&M wing coasters, B&M dive coasters, ARMs, GCIs, and there was unfortunately not really a big enough market for Vekoma to slide in right away, because coasters are usually within 5-year gaps, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of these bigger parks have already purchased their investments for the next 5-10 years. So not a lot of people were probably Vekoma coasters, unfortunately, even though they look amazing and probably are super amazing. My theory, that's what I guess happened.
Yeah. It is a bit sad to see Vekoma get bought out, but if it was the best for Vekoma, then so be it. But to be honest, if they have fused with another large company such as S&S, I think the future looks bright for these new Vekomas, like the Vekoma Firestorm and stuff like Lek Coaster. Could be fantastic in the future. You never know.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I was gonna say, I just thought about this recently. So for Wildfire, that was RMC and Vekoma, but now that Vekoma's under S&S, what do we think is going to be the future of RMCs outside of North America? Since
didn't they partner with someone recently?
Oh,
remember they partnered with a company from China, I believe.
They partnered with Gerstlauer at one point when they first started.
It was last week that they announced it.
It was Sansei, right? Sansei Industries.
Oh, is that for
the free spins?
No, wasn't it for what's that ride called? White Cyclone.
Oh yeah, RMC White Cyclone.
Yeah,
or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we wanted, because I'm guessing. Actually, here's my theory: if Sansei bought out Vekoma, then they want to get Vekoma so they can get RMC, so then RMC can get over to White Cyclone. Eh?
I don't think that's the reasoning, but definitely helps in that situation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think S&S is becoming bigger and bigger, and they're looking to swallow some of the smaller flies and build a bigger brand. That would be my guess.
Yeah.
I feel like it's just the fact that Vekoma kind of earned themselves a bad name at first. with
Yeah.
their. A lot of people didn't like their boomerangs. A lot of people hated the SLCs.
This is a prime example of a company developing too slow, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
All
I mean,
right.
if you look at how they got their start too, they started with Arrow. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
Legoland New York opens.
Oh,
Yay!
number 15, Legoland New York. The last thing you want in
You're
your
gonna get
New York
content ID
City
claim
is something
stuff.
in Legoland. That turns out that might be what you actually get.
You don't get content ID claim for that. If you said the whoa, yeah. So not much to talk about here. I think it's fantastic. It's getting some hate that it doesn't deserve. It's for families and kids, and that's all that matters. It looks
I would
fantastic,
definitely go.
and it's
That's
in
fine.
a great location.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely. They're definitely gonna make like an income. They're definitely gonna make money, especially since New York is so popular. You know, a lot of people like Lego. You know, lots of kids like Legos, and if you bring an amusement park based on Legos in a popular place, New York, New York City alone has over 7 million people, I think. Just so bringing something that big in that area definitely will bring a lot of people there, which will be, a great thing.
Yep.
I'm looking at these pictures, and these rides look phenomenal that they're building for families. Like super eye-catching.
What in the picture on the stream?
Yeah.
The advertisement. Well, of course they're gonna have the classic dragon, the boat ride.
They're
And
probably
also
gonna
have
have
some.
They're probably gonna have the Wild Mouse coaster. They're probably gonna have the Hang and Bang or something similar.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
if we're looking at the newer Legolands, I'm looking at something similar to Legoland Dubai, but since Dubai is such a hot country, of course they have that built uniquely for Dubai. But the quality of the models there, if you've seen pictures, the quality of those models could carry over here, which could really benefit this park. I think in the future, when this park opens in 2 years, this could be in possibly the best Legoland park so far.
Are you guys seeing what I see? There's a robotic arm in the background there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
my God.
They have that right?
If you look past the end of the dragon car, you can see that robotic arm.
Oh yeah.
So that's pretty interesting. That's something
the
good
robo coaster from IAPA. That'd be a cool attraction to see at Legoland.
That would be amazing. This actually is looking amazing. Sorry, I interrupted you. You go.
Damn it. if they had if they had a VR attraction with that, like a VR coaster or something. Well, if they did something similar to Mission Space, but had a bunch of those in a building and they placed you like that to make it a higher capacity type ride, it might work.
Yep.
If that was a concept for them, I don't know.
Yep. I swear one of those arm things is Legoland Billund, right?
I don't think so.
I remember seeing one of those models beforehand somewhere, and I can't remember where though. But it looks like a very interesting concept.
Very. All right. Oh my God.
Oh.
Ew.
Oh look.
So my eyes. My eyes are hurting.
The news is these aren't allowed to be built in Kentucky, and what's the other? Just forgot.
You're lagging.
Where the incident happened.
Oh Lord.
Oh no, that's somewhere Kentucky and starts with an A, I think.
Good luck.
So due to the fair incident, these have been banned in the state fair that it happened in and the state and region, because there's 2 places. So that's and bad news for this company as well. But I'm not going to feel bad for this company. It was clearly their fault. I'm sorry if one of your arms comes flying off.
I don't even know what happened with that. I just heard about that now.
Yeah.
One of the arms had
was resting on the inside, right?
Yeah, one of the gondolas came off, and it. It didn't. Did it kill anyone?
It did.
I think it did. Yeah.
I thought Kentucky Kingdom had one of those though.
Oh, was it a smaller one? I think I had a smaller one.
But I'm sure that's being taken down.
Yeah.
Because if it's the same model as the one that we have at my home park, They could be either taking it out or doing modifications to it as well if something like that happened.
Yeah, like get another company to renovate it, like S&S or wait, is Huss still in business?
They are.
Huss
Yeah.
is still in business, but I haven't seen them make a new ride in years.
Yeah, I think they've developed a pretty bad reputation for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, I haven't seen anything Huss related in years, but
They
another
were
one.
only good for top spins and break dances, and that's saying something.
Oh yeah. Wait, which is the company that's making those new crazy things like the Cyborg Cyberspin? Who is that?
Is it Dynamic Attractions or something? I don't think so.
No, Dynamic Attractions is making a Mission Ferrari at Ferrari World in Abu Dhabi.
So
How long
want
has
to
that
go
taken
there.
to build? How long has that been taken to build? Like 4 years? Like 3 years?
The track has been up for like 4 years now, I think.
Yeah.
Like, we're going to see it open this year? We're going to see it open next year? Well, they haven't said anything, so I'm guessing
It
next
suddenly
year.
opens.
Yeah, like, oh, hey, guys, ride's open.
All right.
Oh, hello.
Electric Eel.
Oh my
Yes.
god, it looks like Mako's Plaza.
Yes.
Yes.
To be honest,
Alright,
that does look like cool concept art. I like. Oh. Is that something I saw? Oh.
It was.
Oh, scary.
I don't think there's much to say here other than it's going to be opening very shortly, from what I understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, the ride has began testing. Like there's actual footage of the testing. I think it's from Coaster Force. I could be wrong on that, but I do remember seeing footage of like them testing it, so that's pretty cool. It's the Skyrocket 2 model, and there are a lot of these all now over, in America, like just over the world. Discovery Kingdom has Superman Ultimate Flight. Like Campos has Phobia Fear, I think that's what it's called.
Yeah.
And there are a couple more. So, these rides definitely aren't unknown. Like there are multiple. Like,
have you been on one?
No, actually.
Okay.
But
yeah.
Those comfort colors, though.
I actually might ride one this year since I will be hopefully hitting up Busch Gardens Williamsburg, which has Tempesto. So that'll be pretty cool.
What you need to do is go to Lake Compounds and ride a better one.
Pardon?
You need to go to Lake Compounds and ride a better one. Because that one doesn't have comfort colors.
Yeah, those comfort colors.
Really
they like the B&M vest restraints, apparently, of what I've heard.
I heard they're so uncomfortable. They're even more uncomfortable than like
Tempesto.
No, than like B&M wing coaster cars.
I just want to point out this dude over here. That's so me.
I don't mind B&M.
Wait, which dude?
In the test seat.
Oh.
me.
I don't mind wing coasters, to be honest, because I've ridden Swarm at Thorpe. That isn't too bad. Fantastic wing coaster, by the way.
It looks fantastic. Yeah. All right.
I think is that. Oh boy, this thing.
Zombie.
Welcome to Thorpe Park, everyone.
All right. I guess I'll start. The theming looks absolutely impressive, in my opinion. I haven't been there, but this looks a lot more serious than I was even expecting. Like, really well done. It looks almost like a movie set. I haven't been on the ride. I know they just rethemed a basic family coaster, but I mean, if you can do that to a family coaster, then do it. It looks phenomenal. But I know British boy Charlie can give an in-depth review from someone.
All right, so this isn't according to our one and only Theme Park World on YouTube, Sean Sambrook. Check it out. So, as I've heard, this is actually okay. So, what they've done here is basically where X used to have some like the old parts of it, they've renovated a lot of it. So first off, of course, the front, that's been renovated majorly with lots of theming, nice. The queue line's been, well, renovated, I guess, but it's like the most cattle pen thing to ever exist. And if you could probably see by that picture, just that picture alone, if you look. Then you've got, of course, got the watchtower from the iconic one from the series. the barbed wire fencing, that looks quite fitting. Of course, you got like the nice corrugated steel out front as well. So how they've changed it in other ways is they've added a pre-show to the ride. So I think you get to the watchtower, you get to the baggage hold, you put your bags there. Then you go into the pre-show room where you get like the people from the oh god, it's from the people who are like at the Thorpe Park Safe Zone, as they call it. And you got the pre-show there. Then walkers invade the island as they show clips of like walkers like going around different areas. Like they show the main bridge leading up to the island, stealth area, and all that. And then you get evac from there. You go through the corridors of X's old indoor queue line. They've rethemed that area. Looks quite nice actually, like bloodstains on the wall, like lots of, I'm guessing, graffiti and stuff. Seen it myself since I haven't ridden yet. And then you get led to the station, which is pretty much exactly the same as what it used to be when it was X, except they've made it a lot more darker and dimmer. It's got a lot more theming in there as well. And should I go into spoiler territory or not?
Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! Do
Yep,
it.
spoiler alert. Mute the stream if you do not want to hear this stuff. For it, we're getting into the nitty gritty here.
All right, I have to leave.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Just kidding.
April Fools.
April Falls.
April Wales. Okay, next.
All right. So, what they've done here. So, the first half of the ride, it's like pitch black. It's really dark and like really ominous in there. And then you get to the second, it gets one of the mid-course break runs, as it has like loads, and you stop there. There is a screen there, I think, where it plays like a little show of like the walkers like grabbing someone and like pulling them, and it's seeing the full thing, but like, and it's actually like a car, so like it goes forward, it stops, goes backwards and a bit, and then it goes forwards again and continues the rest of the course, where like there's lots of like there's sparse bits of theming. There's also like some like fake fire effect, not like on Vekoma, but it's like a bit of lighting with some smoke rising under a part of the track. And then at the end of the ride, I think there's another little mini show at the brake run, and then you get into the station. And then I think you get off at the right, at least I think you do. And then you go into like some sort of walkthrough section with like walkers and stuff, apparently. At least I think so. And then once all that's over, you escape the safe zone.
Yay!
Yay!
Yay! I think some
It's
people
disabled entrance.
I just have one thing to say about that one.
Mm-hmm.
You spoiled it for me!
Were you gonna ride it anyway?
No.
If I get out to Thorpe Park.
Well, you probably will forget it by then. You'll forget it by then, I think.
Probably.
So yeah, that was sourced from Theme Park World on YouTube. Check it out. It's from Sean Sandberg himself. So yeah.
Shiny boy.
Yeah, he's got quite the subscribers, quite the success.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely go follow him because he clearly does good
yeah.
content.
Just a nice shout out to him. Congrats on 100K, buddy. Did a good job to get there.
Yeah, man.
So, yeah.
You're awesome.
Yeah.
I have one thing to say about this type of ride, though. Because it seems like it's a sponsored attraction. How long is it going to last?
Apparently, well,
Who's
Mike?
Mike?
What's that noise in the background? Well, what Sean said, I'm sourcing this pretty much from Sean. He did say himself he doesn't think this is going to last too long.
Someone's mic is breaking or something.
Yeah.
It's Charlie's.
Not mine.
I don't think so.
No, it's not mine.
It might be mine. I'll go on mute.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. So apparently they're keeping it like for what he thinks is about 3 years. But looking at how Thorpe has kept their branding for so long, like Saw the Ride, for example, that's been around since 2009, and that's kept its branding for so long. And so if they're looking to keep that branding, I think Walking Dead's going to keep its branding too.
For sure, it's an expensive project, so I
11 million pounds.
I want to point this out, like disabled entrance, like that to me is so degrading.
Well, it's for those who I'm not sure like that either like don't want to wait in the cattle pen to end all cattle pens, or just for simple reasoning of that that you don't want wheelchairs because it'd be difficult to wheelchairs to maneuver around the queue. Sorry my grammar. And yeah.
It looks fantastic. I love what the UK is doing, period, with all of their coasters. The smile, like every single one of their coasters is so well themed. They look amazing. And it literally makes the coasters coming to America and Canada look like generic Coaster 1.
Yes.
Wish we had that UK touch. Like Alton Tower,
Yes.
I said this in our last stream too. I just like am obsessed with it. And Thorpe Park seems to be doing the same thing.
Yep.
All right.
Oh no,
the tree's coming.
The Valley Timbers.
Valley
This
Timbers,
ride
yes.
looks so much fun. It looks amazing, and I want to ride it, but I can't do it because I'm too far away.
Yeah, too bad. I'm too far away too.
I need
I'm further than you, buddy. I'm further than you. I'm like 8 hours away.
I don't have a car though.
Just to wrap it up, it looks like an amazing coaster. It's getting great reviews. Phenomenal coaster. It's having some problems. This photo comes from. Let me go find it to give them credit.
Who took this photo? I remember seeing this morning. That it's actually valid. Who would have thought? Who would have thought an RMC could valley, guys?
Ride All Night official on Instagram.
It must have been decently windy
having
for that.
some problems, but let's be honest. This is typical for new coasters. Every coaster has what's called growing pains as it opens, and it's just probably a sensor problem. Maybe one of the trim brakes grabbed a little too hard, or it is early in the season to open a coaster, so it was still cold. I know they've been having cold weather. It could be anything, but running short.
I think the thing with this though is a lot of people are surprised because it's an RMC that valid. A lot of the times you'll see like some other type of ride manufacturer, like Ride Valley, like I don't know, like a B&M or Intamin,
Leviathan.
But I think none of us would ever expect to see an RMC, that valid. So I think that's really why a lot of people are, caught off guard by this. They're like, wow, an RMC valid. What's it going to be? And I've heard people who are like, oh, well, what if this happens to Steve? And I don't think it'll happen,
It's going to happen. Like, it's going to have some growing pains.
They're going to valley Steve on purpose just to see what it takes to valley it, and then it's probably not going to happen for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they seen this happen.
Yeah.
But that's the beautiful thing. Sorry, go.
Right.
Yeah. If they're going to let it fly through its second half, I think Steve could be the best RMC. But if they have to calculate the power of the trims to make sure it doesn't fly too fast, but they're going to trim it enough so it has stable forces that are not going to absolutely rip you to shreds. So
yeah,
we're going to look at. I think for Steve, we're looking at something towards the POV footage that we shown in the digital one when they announced it. But if we're going to look at stuff like, well, of course, I don't know what to say now.
I feel that, like, with this happening, like, RMC might not have done the best job with this ride, personally. Because I've seen every other RMC to date, if you go from New Texas Giant to their last installation before this, they've all hauled so hard through the course.
Yeah.
Well,
and then this one looks like it creeps up to the final brake run almost in the
I agree with
testing
you.
footage.
This one does have a slower ending for sure, despite it being
even
a good
Iron
coaster.
Rattler on an empty test run. It's slow on the top of the quarry wall, but when it comes down into the brake run, you're going pretty fast.
Yeah.
I've heard the reason why they can't have it go so fast is because of that. Like that little turn. Like apparently it's like 6 inches or a foot. That's like it has to move over to the right. So I heard that was potentially one of the reasons why it's not going as fast into the brakes because
the cutback.
No, there's a weird
no,
almost like flaw with the brake run.
Yeah, the brake run has to move over. Yeah, it has to move over.
Is it that janky piece, the one that everyone made a meme about?
The S-bend for Roller Coaster Tycoon lives.
Yay!
And it's tiny.
But I've heard that's part of the reason why it can't go as fast into the brake run.
But just to add, none of us have ridden this coaster, so we're not hating on it. Tomorrow on our channel at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, we have a group of people doing our first segment of diverse coaster reviews. So we have a group of people that have ridden the coaster. They're going to come on, do a live stream, and one by one give their opinions, views, and critiques of the coaster. Interesting segment moving forward.
And
I think that's about it for this one.
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
Oh my god! I know that place.
Oh my god!
Is that
This is Marineland. I'm so excited to talk about Marineland.
Is that Canada's Wonderland? I forgot how to pronounce it. Canada's Wonderland?
Canada's Wonderland.
But what are we talking about particular? Oh.
If you look closely, there seems to be quite the action going on. Okay, so I'm going to give a mini update, and I'll talk through everything, and then we'll all talk about it, and then we'll move into the where we answer everyone's questions.
Oh, I see how it is.
So super exciting day today. I was in Discord. All of you should join Discord. I'm talking live as I was flying the experience today. I'm not going to go in detail. So, but as you can see, lots of action. So they're digging more footers in the station and lift hill area. To be honest, see that drill bit right here? That is where the lift. From what I can see in footers, you'll see in a bit where the lift hill ahead.
That's gonna be steep.
Oh yeah, it has to climb really quickly from what I'm mapping out. Like it has to be like lift hill.
It's gonna be like, is it gonna be steeper than Valraven?
I don't know. So we'll talk about that at the end. There's a lot of interesting developments going on with this project. But if you look, we'll get a closer look in a second. Actually, why don't I just go in there? I don't know why I didn't. The tunnel's starting to look really good. I don't look a little closer, and there's something weird. I don't know what it is. I don't know what kind of if it's theming or if it's like a steel frame. But if you look, the cranes are lifting in this weird like steel frame type thing. I don't know if it's to me it looks like theming. I could be wrong. You can see the bit of a track piece sticking up there. The track is in.
Oh wow.
It could be something to like protect the track over the time that they're not like.
They're attaching it to the wall.
Right.
We know the roof has to go in very shortly. The cement roof has to go in for the footers for Vortex to go back in.
Yeah.
Again, more digging going in here. This is definitely the station area. I can confirm at this point. I can't confirm, but I can confirm. You know what I mean? And lots of lift hill area. As you can see, I can't tell, but I think Lumberjack has arrived. There was tons of action at Lumberjack. There's some flatbeds at Flying Canoes and Lumberjack. So they're probably installing that, which is exciting. 2 cranes now in sight for whatever this project is in the tunnel. The track's already mostly installed. We have 2 pieces left.
Yeah, you can see a bit of track poking out at the between. Yeah,
it's a very big piece of track.
I will notice something a little different though. If you look at Windseeker and Skyhawk, Windseeker was actually raised above the ground a little bit before. From what I've noticed, it was kind of like in the light blue section before, and as well, Skyhawk is a bit lower now.
Yeah, for sure. And as Ryan, you can kind of see track here too. So that you can see the track pieces connects all the way to here, and then the 2 pieces are probably going to come out right here.
Yeah.
And you can also see where they're going to connect to. You can kind of see the last footer that leads in there.
Oh yeah. So this just looks like they're getting Flying Canoes ready to set up. There was a flatbed truck later on that arrived. You'll see that in my footage I upload tonight on YouTube. Definitely, it was busy. I was like estimating like a 200-person crew working today. They are rushing. Cement trucks are coming in and out, pouring these little footers here. There are a ton of footers on the Skyward Wonderland.
Like they got those 2 weeks of slightly bad weather, and then they're just hauling now.
They had bad weather coming up again too. They
I know.
next 2 days, but they work in the rain. The track was installed in the overnight in the rain, like a storm.
Ground level track can be. Is anything elevated? They can't.
And if you look closely, there's work going on in Timberwolf Falls again. We know there's footers in there. You'll see in a bit footer map. This is just a close up again. It looks.
Cut out there.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Am I cutting out? Yeah, no, I'm good.
Kind of, but continue.
All right. So again, I could be wrong. This looks like theming, and you can see the track a little bit. You're not going to get an angle of it, unfortunately. Of ground level now. The cement's looking great. It's like popping out.
Yeah. To be completely honest, this does look like something along the lines of Valkyria at Leesburg.
But the track is bigger, that's the thing.
Yeah.
It's
9 by 10
bigger,
meters,
I mean, it could have the same...
It could be Valkyria on steroids.
Yeah. And Valkyria, I swear that's been shaping up recently, hasn't it? It got topped off a few months ago during this.
Yeah. That one looks amazing. Just some work in Timberwolf.
The best ride in the park.
This is my prediction layout that I think is going to be pretty accurate. So you have your station here. Am I cutting out or am I good?
Ladies and gentlemen, Skyrider has returned for the 2018 season.
Station, then you have your turn. It could be from here the lift hill goes up, or from here. I just know there's a lot of footers that literally are in this shape, in this area. And then we know that this is going to be the first drop now by the looks of it. The track almost arches up to be vertical. So again, I think we're getting to the point where we can confirm this is a dive coaster. We'll still hop between wing coaster and dive coaster, but I'm gonna say it's a dive coaster at this point.
Definitely.
Yeah.
But we still never know. It could still be something that we've never seen before, or it could be one of those two.
And it could be a unique dive coaster.
Yeah.
Right.
What's first?
Dive coaster with inverted coaster trains?
But
what?
I did map out a whole kind of layout and with the footers that are currently there, and it does come out to be about the same length as Valraven, if not a little bit shorter. But again, I can't even begin to predict the layout of footers because there's 100 footers in this area.
Valraven clone anyone?
I don't think it's gonna be a clone.
The way that it looks right now, it's definitely not a clone.
No, because it's wrapping around Timberwolf Falls.
Yeah.
This ride has a lot of interaction. It has a tunnel. But I'm already going to say, and I'm going to trigger everyone at Cedar Point, our dive coaster is going to be better than Valraven.
Oh, for sure.
There's way too many near misses to call it worse than Diveraven. What? I can also apparently talk. It looks amazing, even though it's not even built yet.
Oh yeah. Another thing, the name.
Valraven North.
The bird.
My guess, well, of course, with the whole the trio of Hebrew mythology thing that they're going for, I'm looking at Ziz being the name for this.
I agree now. Look at this theming. If this is theming, it looks almost like a dark,
Nordic theme,
English town or something, and maybe and it's I don't know.
Wait, they're not edgy.
But is the lake not going to extend to there anymore?
I don't know. Yeah, they lifted this land up. There's a giant dam here.
Yeah.
Did it with all this here, so it's it's hard. I don't know.
They've also drained the whole lake by the looks of it. They've also drained it.
They always do.
But yeah, this to me looks like theming, and it looks dark, almost like what Ziz would be if it were.
Fries.
Food.
Yeah, and I guess the last announcement is Wonderland's. This is from Justin. I'm gonna hopefully
diets.
Whoa! That's
blog.
not poutine. That's fries, gravy, and extra stuff.
Follow them on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. This looks amazing, and if I had to guess, this is going in Whitewater Canyon because they're building something new in that area. it looks like an upgrade to just your basic poutine. They obviously are going to have basic poutine too. Just some exciting news that was just posted like an hour or 2 hours ago.
What I think this is going to be, definitely, will be like they put your fries, gravy, cheese, and then you can add whatever you want, like chicken, ham, bacon, onions.
Looks like curry sauce.
Other vegetables.
Almost like the King's Dominion and Kings Island mac and cheese shop, right?
Yeah. That's the Canadian version of that, pretty much.
Yeah, true. Good. That's
with extra maple syrup.
Now,
I think
being from Quebec, I'm going to be extremely critical of this when I get it, but I will definitely give it a try just to see what it is.
Sure.
When it comes. Hopefully my lactose intolerance doesn't get the better of me, but you know.
I'd say the poutine looks great. Looks awesome. Definitely a great addition.
I want some.
Canada's Wonderland.
Yeah, what do you guys think about theming? So let's start assuming it's a dive coaster as like amusement insiders. But let's just start does this not look like a church almost, like an old church theming?
Yeah.
Maybe
Kind of.
Gothic.
Going back.
Yes, there you just hit on the dot. That's what I'm going for. Gothic.
No, but if you're going to what you were saying about a mountain last week, that could be the internal structure for a mountain.
Could it?
Partially. I don't know.
Like it could be a castle too. Like
Could be.
And Val Raven kind of had that bird king, right?
Gothic, yeah, the king of the birds.
Yeah.
And then you got them like how Ziz is like the king of the sky and all that. This could be a much higher ascended Val Raven if you think about it.
I know it's big. They have 2 cranes holding this thing in place.
Right.
Yeah.
Wait, guys, don't drop it.
I'm gonna guess now that the reason they're starting this project so early is it's probably going to be
massive.
I think it's going to be a big dive coaster for sure, a giant dive machine. But I think this might be Cedar Fair's most themed project yet. And I don't think it'll be that way. I think Cedar Fair is moving in that direction, and we just so happen to be that park that they're like really gonna like try out.
Experiment.
Here comes the Canada's Wonderland's a test park games.
Oh God, Ryan, this is not the king. This is Queen Brothers. She knows the way.
They're gonna do disaster transport, but they're gonna make it good.
Stop.
But yeah, definitely. I think Canada's Wonderland. This is going to be one of Cedar Fair's most themed coasters.
Yeah, definitely.
There's no doubt.
You can tell if it's a dive coaster, they take 6 months to build. Or if this is theming, which it looks, you can tell it has like the church,
the archways.
Gothic, archways. It looks like that's amazing on its own, and they just are starting. Like it's not even 2018 season yet, and we have theming. So,
are they going to have Vortex closed for the season? I'm guessing they're going to have Vortex closed.
They said online they won't. They said the VP of marketing said that it should be opening by opening day or open this season, but things happen, right?
Yeah.
Could be delayed potentially by a bit, or it won't be. That would be my guess.
Oh God.
I will be very triggered if I can't ride it.
Ryan, hey Ryan, could you stop with your Ugandan Knuckles memes? Yeah, and Ziz does not know the way. She does not know the way. Stop with yourself. Stop yourself, please. No, just joking. Carry on. It's funny.
But yeah, super exciting. Anyone have any questions about anything we've gone over today or one
question?
Yeah.
Yes. What's your question, Ness?
Well, Leviathan looks like the best ride in the park.
Yeah, it looks great.
Definitely hasn't valleyed.
It didn't valley last year.
The Leviathan, am I right?
Okay, I'm gonna go back. Everyone keeps asking where the other end of the tunnel is. Guys, the tunnel ends right here. The track's coming up a vertical bit right here.
No, I don't. Actually, my guess, it's gonna start on the right on the left side of the picture, and it's gonna end on the right. That's my guess.
Yeah, but okay. So just to answer that question though, the entrance or exits here, and the entrance and exits here. The track's in there. It's definitely a tunnel for the ride. Some people still don't think it's a tunnel for the coaster, and I'm like, oh my god, guys!
It is actually a tunnel for the coaster, guys. Look at the track.
It's definitely, I guess, unfortunately, I think it's phenomenal.
Yeah.
I just can't believe how
think
long it's taken them to build this tunnel. 2 months.
Yeah. I mean,
A
they
lot of
got a
concrete.
coaster in the way. They got a coaster in the way, so it makes sense. It's also on the lake, so you gotta agree with that, right?
So okay, awesome. Any other question? Wait, so it's gonna dive straight into the helix?
Yeah, by the looks of it, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. There's track there, and if we do go along and say that this will be a dive, it'll do the turnaround, go up, turn, do the holding brake, and then you will dive straight into Vortex's helix.
Mm-hmm.
And then you come out into a giant inland.
yeah. I want to say one thing about Vortex, though. I just picked it up looking at it. If you look at the brake run, are those the cars sitting there?
On Vortex?
Yeah, look at the brake run.
I see what you're saying now. Yeah, they're there.
Mm-hmm.
Are they on the track, though?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
That's
they had a
pretty
team
much
of 200. So
it
maybe
confirms
if,
that it will be running this year at some point.
for sure.
Yeah, but later in
Yeah.
the year, I'm guessing. Probably I'd say about summer.
So, if all goes to my plan that I have like mapped out, kind of, when I go to the park on the 4th, the ride will be running but not operating. They'll be testing it, kind of like what they had for Soaring Timbers.
It depends. I mean, if they get desperate, they could run this thing night and day, and it's 300 cycles or whatever, how many cycles they need to get in.
Yeah.
The tunnel is at the point where they're going to get close to installing the roof. With the roof's not getting installed anytime this week.
No.
On the walls on this end.
So the track will be poking out the other end by the time, or probably before the roof and the support gets set up.
I think it is safe to say that this coaster may not open on time. There's no way. If this tunnel is not anywhere near done, there's no, and we know it needs a route for the support beams to go back on. Because the support beam is literally over this tunnel.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's dead center.
Going to be across from Splash Station. I'll show you where the, safe to say the station. The station is going to be, it's where all the work's going on. We know they start on the station first unless they're building a tunnel underwater. All the work starts here. This is where like literally 90% of the work's going on currently. They have lots of work, lots of electrical out of this area coming in here. So definitely lift hill because they have an electrical box right here. I think it's, I mean, it could be wrong, but I think it's safe to say that this is the station. It's probably going to be a dive coaster. It's probably going to be Ziz if it's a dive coaster because Valraven's a bird. Ziz is a bird and it completes the trio. I think it's going to be an amazing dive.
What's with all these birds, though?
They're like
birds, timber.
Bird is the word. The bird, the bird, bird, bird. The bird.
Pirate coaster? Definitely not.
One thing that would kind of be cool, just speculation on my part, if they took the path that's right next to Mindbuster's entrance, raised it up a bit, and made kind of like, you see where you had the layout going for you.
Yeah.
If it dove under the path, like under a bridge or something, before it went on the lift hill.
Oh my god.
Get some great shots of the station.
They dug up all this path, and there's footers all over the path too, so they have to do something.
That could be a thing that's happening, and if I just pick that up, they're going to be so mad at me.
Cease and desist.
Cease and desist to Code Blast. I just get Wonderland security knocking on my door. Code Blast, open the door! Even though that's probably not my name, and I wouldn't.
So, is there any questions now?
Yeah, any questions, guys? Is this?
I have a question. I didn't get to talk about the first two things.
Oh, I guess you missed out.
Oh.
It was just Ziz. Or Steve, sorry.
Well, there was still Vengeance, and you cut me off before I said something about the SpongeBob thingy.
SpongeBob thing?
The Eurofighter.
What?
What? The Takabisha clone?
Yeah, that thing.
Oh.
I'm just calling it SpongeBob because it's definitely going to be called SpongeBob.
SpongeBob Rock Bottom Plunge.
SpongeBob Mariana's Trench Clones.
Oh. We aren't seeing too much though, Ice. Like someone's echoing. Well, I'm echoing, but someone's computer's echoing. Not seeing too much now. We can't see the theme. And they do have a trio to complete and a top 3 coasters. theme, but it could go either way. It's either going to be Canadian themed or Ziz, and I don't see Canadian theming in that tunnel. I see Gothic theming, and Ziz can align with that kind of like dark Gothic look. The park wouldn't pull a Gothic theme for any type of thing if it wasn't Ziz, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It doesn't fit in if it's not. I don't know.
Yeah. Another thing I can say, how massive that looks. So if you think, ice. Sorry about that. But Ziz is the king of the sky in Hebrew mythology, completing the trio of the Leviathan, being of the sea, and Behemoth being of the land, and Ziz being of the sky.
I just thought of the image they're going for here. So the bird, Ziz, dives from the top of the lift hill into a town. That
actually wouldn't be that bad of a thing to like.
What if they made a town there though that you can go and visit?
Imagine.
Yeah, like a village. And like have a rename Vortex or something. Like have some sorts of like rename Vortex to something.
Oh, someone's saying that it's Casa Loma, or it could be Casa Loma that they're theming down there.
Probably not.
Canadian theme coaster.
They theme it to Quebec City.
Ew.
No. Theme it to La Ronde.
Yeah.
Okay, garbage.
Excuse me.
But I don't see any more questions, so I guess we can wrap this up.
Princess.
I mean, I have wrapping paper.
Oh, hello. Because... we got a new person in the stream. Hello, that Kirsten nerd.
You want to wrap it up? I'll go get my wrapping paper.
We're going to be in Discord, I think. So come join us in Discord.
Yeah.
See you guys.
Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Bye, guys.